Are we back? Are we back? Am I moving? Oh, for goodness sake, technology. Are we back? Yes, we're back. Oh. Well, that was great. We get I was going mental. Absolutely, Jane. I was going mental. That really annoyed me, I have to say. That really annoyed me. That's bugged me severely. So, I'm now going to go back to just finishing these books. And I'm back. Stupid technology. So, I want to add some more to the book. So, I'm just having a look and see what is red in here. Whoops. Just getting... I keep trying to use these, but then they're not quite right, so I don't want that. You know what else you could do, don't you? To your book as well. You could add a bit of stitching. I'm on, Christine. I'm back on. What a nightmare. So what I was thinking while I was trying to go back live, it needs another texture. So I don't know where my piercing tool... I'm just leaning over. Don't think I know where my piercing tool is. Will this do? Yeah. So what I'm thinking is I could add another texture. I'm back. I'm leaning over the camera. So I'm just going to add some holes to my page. Just bear with me a second, because I'm just going to add a bit of stitching as well. Get you on the phone, computer my iPad froze as well. My iPad froze, Pat. My iPad froze exactly the same. I don't know what went wrong. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some stitching. So I'm just using my piercing tool just to add a little bit of stitching to my page, because I want to and because I can. So I'm just adding a bit of stitching, because I just think, because we can't add too many layers, I just think this texture will just give it another little element, and I quite like these little touches. This is actually a May Arts twine. It's just twine I'm stitching with, and look how big that eye is. I'm using a big eye because I can't see. Come back, same part 2. Exactly. Damn technology. So I'm now going to add some stitching to my page, because I didn't want to just rush off and not finish it properly. I want to finish it properly. So I'm adding a couple of stitches to my page, because that's what I want to and because I can. So I'm adding a couple of stitches to mine, because I just think, oops, it finishes it off nicely. Aye, aye. I just like the added texture, and I like that you can't beat a big eye. Trust me, I have to have a big eye. If the eye's too small, I can't see a thing. And my eyesight isn't that bad, to be honest. So I'm just using a piercing tool just to pierce my holes, because I want a nice thick cross. I don't want something tiny. I want that texture to my page, like so. So I'm finishing it off properly. I'm not rushing. Hello everybody, welcome back. Yes, we vanished. The network must have gone down or something. So I don't know what happened. So we're just adding some stitches to my page. So I'm going to add 3 stitches. Well, that was predictable, wasn't it? You knew I was going to add 3 stitches to my page, didn't you? Of course you did. I'm trying not to pierce my fingers at the same time. So I'm just adding these, because it doesn't matter what the back looks like, because I'm going to put a cover on, so it doesn't matter. Wow, it says everybody's watching. Crikey. Bifocals are super then. Oh, I don't know, you get used to them. Somebody put them on to me. I mean, there's nothing wrong with my eyesight. I just need some reading glasses. But crikey, I put somebody's bifocals on. I nearly passed out. So I'm just adding these stitches because I want my page to be a little bit more interesting. So I'm just adding a little bit more to my page because I can. And I'm just piercing the holes first. What's everybody saying? I don't like the sight of blood. Don't worry. I've got red hands anyway from paint. So don't worry about it. So we're just adding these stitches. I just think this is a nice little touch. And I'm probably going to add a few stitches to all my pages, to be honest. I'm going to tie that off in the back, like so. Let me just tie that off. let's move that out the way so I don't lose it. See, I've got them little stitches there, and I think the stitches really add something to it. I just love that little bit of texture. We're back, Karen. Hi, Sheena. We're all back. We're back. So what we've got our page, our front cover, which we can adhere our front cover so we can look at it. Let's adhere our front cover. Let's not be in too much of a rush to not finish it off properly. So just add our glue to our front cover, like so. Where's my little clip? There it is. So just add this to your front cover. There we go. Just line it up properly. And then what I do, I hold it in place with one of these clips, just so that it stays on there for a few moments while it takes. I have had them for a few years, but we'll take them off for close-up work. Ah, right, so Sue, just for close-up work. So can you see, that's going to be the front cover. I love the front cover, and I'm going to have this clip on as well. I'll add some paint to the clip. So we've got this for our page, and I need to add a sentiment and some stitching. I'm going to add some stitching to that, definitely. I think the stitching just gives it a little bit of texture. So we've got this red layer here, so that coordinates with all the pages because we've got red on the front cover, like so. I'm also going to put white dots because if you look at your page, if you add white dots around the page, it just lifts the whole page. Just add white dots around your page. You don't think it adds much, but it does lift the whole page. So just add dots to the page. It'll just lift the whole page. Let me move that out the way. We've got to do the finishing touches properly. There's no point rushing the finishing touches because then you end up with a book that you're not quite happy with. So we've got to have those finishing touches. So I'm just going to add these all the way down here, like so. I want you to see it how I finish my pages. I don't want to just rush off and say, oh, that's done, because it isn't. The finishing touches are the important bit for me. And if you look at that page, it just lifts everything. It lifts the whole design. Just a few dots, it's perfect. Just finishes it. And I will do that to every page, just to finish them off, just to make it finished. Dotty, I love doing dots. I just find it therapeutic, the dots. So you'll add the dots to each page, and the dots to this I will add here. So that's that page, but that needs a sentiment as well. So I'm going to add a sentiment and finish the colouring. And then this page I like because it's got the stitching. I love the fact it's got the stitching. So then we add the back cover like so, and that'll be the back cover. And we'll hold that in place with another clip. So that will be the back cover, so that you can see. And the back cover has got the dots on as well. So the back cover's got the dots, and this will have the dots as well. Even this page will look wonderful with some dots. Just if we add them across the bottom of the page, it just lifts the whole page up. So when you're doing your book, think about the finishing touches. Think about how you're going to finish it off. And that is our book finished. And I think that the stitching is going to be added to every page. So I'm going to add this stitching to every page. And what we can do is just add a little bit of white to the pen nibs. So I'll add stitching to every page, even that page and this page. And there's your front cover. And that's your book finished. And there's your little book as well. So when I come back on Saturday, I think on Saturday we'll do the tissue and the clay piece. So we'll do the tissue and the clay piece on Saturday. And I might do that in the day rather than in the evening because I think Olga's going live at 6 o'clock. So I'll probably be back in the day on Saturday. Will you post on YouTube? Absolutely, Linda. I'll post on YouTube as well. No problem at all. I'll post that on YouTube for you. I'll actually do that straight away for you so that it's on YouTube. So I'm sorry it was in 2 parts. Sorry about that. But I'll actually put a picture of every piece of artwork that I've done on Facebook over the coming weeks. But every piece will be on YouTube anyway. So there's all our pieces done. So you just need to add paint to that as well. You need to add paint to that as well. How will you hide the back of the stitches, Tracy? Because what I'll do is this. Who said that? Sarah. Because what I'll do, Sarah, is this. I'll add my glue like so. Like so. Add this like so to my back cover. And then what I'll do is I'll hold it in place, and then just bear with me while I show you. And then to hold it in place, because we've got them stitches on the back, I'll add this clip to keep it in place. Bear with me, I can't do it. I can't open it like so. I'll add that to the top. Make sure it's in line. Make sure that you've got your pages in line so that they're lined up properly. Add a clip so that it sticks properly. Add a clip to the top until that glue takes good adhesion. So that becomes your book then, Sarah. Does that make sense? Oh, thank you, Sue. Thank you, Piggy Sue. No, on the inside of the cover. I won't be able to add stitches here, Sarah, because I've already stuck the cover on. But I'll add stitches wherever I can. The thing is, I won't be able to add them to these pages because you'll see the back. So I'll just have to leave them like that. That's all. I won't be able to add more stitches. But that's your cover. And I'll keep them in place until it's really, probably like this, so that it really sticks down. And then get another clip. I'm running out of clips here. I've got plenty of clips and I always hold it in place like that. But no, I won't be able to add any more stitches, Sarah, because I've already put the covers on. If I hadn't put the cover on, the front cover, I could add more stitching. Thanks ever so much, everybody, for joining me. Don't forget to share your little books if you want to be in the draw. And if you'd like to share the video, that would be great. Thanks ever so much. Oh, you can catch it on Catch Up, Anne, and I'll put it on. That's what I meant. Sorry, Sarah. Sorry. It does get confusing. Sorry about that. So I will post the video on YouTube as well. So thanks ever so much. You've got pockets on those pages too as well. I have, Kim. I have got pockets on those pages. So I'll need to decorate the pockets as well. But as usual, time's run away with us, as usual. I have no clue where that hour and 20 minutes went. I'm sorry I kept you so long. But we'll be back on Saturday in the day sometime. And we'll do the clay piece with the tissue. From a piece of paper for a book. Exactly. Isn't it fab? I love it. I love it. Even without you having finished it. So yes, so we haven't done the slots of paper. But that's all. The book's actually finished. I'll do all the little bits to it as well because that's what I like doing. So I'll see you all soon. Bye. Bye.